This is the KJ Show with KJ Carson on Boston Sports Original, WEEI.
Yeah, turn that up, Jacob. This is in honor of my daughter right here. KJ Show, the Sunday edition, WEEI. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Great song.
This is one of my 14-year-old daughter's favorite albums. Like, when I put it on, she runs to the room. Look, I got to give my daughter a shout-out. For those who know a little bit about me, I have a daughter who has cerebral palsy. She's 14 now. When she was 7 or 8, it's been a few years ago, in one night here, we broke the New England record for one night in fundraising, $362,000 for the March of Dimes. And she was an absolute charmer. But she is such a huge music lover. So her summer has been getting things done with her legs. And at one point, she was in double casts. And was supposed to have those on for like 4 weeks and got out of them in 3. Like, just that determination. So anytime I hear an Eagles song, I think, like, how neat my 14-year-old kid is. And now, keep in mind, her dad taught her about listening to the Eagles. It's not something she hears at school. So, but it just shout out to Sarah, man. So both of the casts are off. She's got to wear now this leg thing, like, for like 8 hours a day that straightens her leg because she had Botox in the legs. And so what it does is loosen up the muscles, because with this thing called hypertonia. For kids who have cerebral palsy, where their muscles are really tight, it can happen. And so she's been sleeping with this brace like a champ and everything. So I celebrated my birthday with her. We both had a daiquiri there, but it was a virgin daiquiri. So it was just, I told, please make sure it's a virgin daiquiri. It's a 14-year-old sitting next to me. I don't want to suddenly go to jail and be in trouble. So we've been talking Red Sox here. 617-779-7937. Let's go to the text line. Jacob, what you got?
I have a text on Christian Campbell asking if he's going to play second base when he gets returned to the majors, or first base.
Yeah, see, so that's the thing about, if Romy Gonzalez and Toro give you an excellent first base, then why would you sit those guys when Campbell is a right-handed hitter as well, right? If Campbell was a left-handed hitter and they've transferred him to first base, then that's a different conversation, because now you can say, okay, we've got a platoon situation going on. I think Campbell comes back up and plays second base until the Meyer wrist injury is fully understood. And keep in mind, Meyer's been getting, I go back and forth, Meyer's been getting burned on the inside stuff at the wrist. So what do you think the first thing pitchers are going to test when he comes back? They're going to test to see if he can handle the inside stuff, to test that wrist. So I think he comes back at second, because I think you can't play around with not having Rafaela in center field at all, right? Like that. I mean, it's good that you can get him to play some second base, but what happens the day that you have him playing second base? There's a deep shot towards the triangle, and it goes over Duran's head. What's the conversation? Everything Rafaela would have had to add. So I don't think at this point now, especially down the stretch with the AL East pennant in sight, you cannot play around with moving guys around too much. So I think Campbell comes back and plays second. Maybe you move him over to first on day, like what day is that? That if you're moving him over to first and you're taking Gonzalez out of the lineup? Because at this point you'd say Gonzalez still probably hits the right-handed pitching better than Campbell was hitting the pitching, before he left. So a couple more texts, and then we'll get into the Breslow parody song.
The Red Sox did nothing at the trade deadline. This team isn't serious and never will be.
Yeah, if you missed it, I was just talking about what are the winning percentages of the teams coming down the pike, and you're like, okay, Jay, how did you do your math? The little bit nerd stuff, right?
Bunch of damn nerds.
Yeah. So all I did was take the winning percentage of each team that they played, and if they played a team twice, that percentage gets added in again and then gets equally divided. So if you've got 446 or something like that, for the last 27 games of the season, maybe you don't overspend, maybe you don't overdo it, maybe you don't try and overextend yourself, and believe that what you have can get it done. I would have done more, but that's me. One more text, and then we'll get to the parody.
We have a text about Breslow, 781. Breslow is overwhelmed in his current position.
Yeah, I guess that's where people were wondering with, what is Theo Epstein's role behind the scenes? Like obviously he's not going to get in the way and say, I'm going to override a deal or I'm going to step in and make sure this gets done. Though people are like, Theo, get in there, do something, but he doesn't look overwhelmed if this team makes it in the playoffs and makes a run right now. If the team falls apart, and that is my huge concern, is I'm not concerned about how you do against the Yankees. I think you'll compete. You'll do fine. You'll compete against Tampa down the road. What happens if you stumble against Baltimore in those series? What happens if Pittsburgh makes it interesting? These are the game, or Kansas City kind of shows a little face. Like, these are the series that I'm concerned about, where there's room for no quarter. And you have to get it done. That's I have more concern in those areas than I do against some of the better teams. All right, remember Tom Carroll's coming in here at 9:20. Talk some more camp this week with the Patriots. We got to get into the conversation about Will Campbell. Are those arms too short to even box with a guard, let alone with a defensive lineman? But now I present my latest creation here on the KJ Show. What Breslow did at the trade deadline is something we've seen before. Hit it.
You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We expected this from Chaim Bloom, but Craig, not you too. Sox fans taken to the streets. Deadline moves, they're incomplete.
Yeah!
And the young arms by September will be gone. Ownership certainly spurred us on. We'll be buyers, they were wrong. The excuses come again, and that's the song.
You're rocking it, KJ, you're rocking it.
Add an amendment to the Red Sox Constitution. Fenway Fest will be the next revolution. No big bats are starting pitching for the mound. Dropping my head, we got played. Just like the yesterdays. Feeling like a didn't get paid. Damn! We just got bloomed again. Thanks, Craig. Thanks you a lot. Thought you were different. We just got bloomed again. Oh yeah, pitching. We're good. We got all this flexibility. We're getting rid of Devers. That's all going to work out. And then when the trade deadline comes around, what happens? No! We just got bloomed again. Rock that, this KJ, rock that. Yes.
Yeah. Woo! Brother rocking out here, huh? We just got bloomed again.